Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm starting kind of a new concept on my channel. I've been wanting to get more into kind of like talking videos, and I think I have a lot of good advice to give, and I'm a person who thinks a lot about the things that happened to me and kind of evaluate why did this happen, how could I do it better in the future, what have I learned from it. I just think a lot about the things that happened to me, and with that I learned a lot of valuable stuff. This is the first of hopefully many NatChats. Can we just have a round of applause for the genius name that I thought about myself, that I came up with myself? No? Okay. I'm coming to you today with my shower hair, and I did put on makeup, but normally I probably wouldn't because I want these videos to be chilled, where we can just sit and have a chat together and share our life experiences and share different opinions on different topics. I've been going through something lately that I have been forming many opinions about, and I have some kind of advice about now. I've learned a lot during this period, and it's something that took a lot of my time and a lot of my energy, and that's also why I thought it was important to get it on camera here or get it on to you guys, because I want to keep this channel open and honest, and we go through the good and the bad. As long as we keep a positive attitude about everything that's going on, I think it's okay to sometimes sit down and be honest and say, my life isn't great at the moment. So as you might have seen, a lot of my videos lately have been just kind of off-camera, slideshow, music kind of videos, which is also something that I really love to do, and it hasn't been out of laziness that I've done those videos. They took a lot of hard work, and I was very motivated to do those videos, but it was also because I didn't feel like being on camera. I haven't been my energized, happy self lately, and there are reasons why. I am unemployed at the moment. Many of you might know that I was working in a clothing store a few months back, and I started my apprenticeship in a really cool clothing store in the center of Copenhagen, and it was the coolest job ever, I thought. To make a long story short, it didn't work out in the store. We decided together that it wasn't working, and I decided to quit. This was a really hard decision because I didn't have anything else lined up, which would be the optimal situation to put yourself in. I strongly recommend to follow your heart and to take those hard decisions. It took a lot of energy and a lot of thought and a lot of sleepless nights for me to make that decision, but I've come to terms with the fact that I'm a strong person like that. I like to make unexpected, tough choices that may shock people and that may not be the smartest thing to do, but in my mind, my happiness is the most important thing, and I wasn't happy, and I knew that there were other ways that I could be happy, and that is exactly why I chose to quit that job. Get out of the situation that is making you unhappy. That would be my first piece of advice, is to take chances and make those tough choices. If you have an idea in your mind, something that you would really love to do, but the only thing holding you back is fear, go for it. So I am unemployed, I have bills to pay, I have no money coming in. What the hell do I do? How can I not panic? You don't, because there is always a way out. There is always some way that you can get out, and the only way that you can find that way is to stay hopeful and to keep trying. If you give up, stay in your bed for weeks watching Netflix like I did, not applying for jobs, not wanting to do something about it, not even believing in yourself that you could get out of this dark circle, you won't. You will stay in bed. You will stay in the sticky arms of Netflix. You have to cut that connection. Netflix is not gonna let go of you. You have to let go of the Netflix. When I quit my job initially, I went through an ecstatic phase, happiness, freedom, relief that I was out of that situation and that I was doing something good for myself. I was proud of myself for making that choice and to taking control of my happiness. And I was really motivated and really hopeful for the future. But as time goes on and it doesn't go the way that you think it will go, it doesn't go your way. Sometimes life just doesn't go the way that you want it to go. You may have a whole idea of, yeah, it will be fine if I quit my job. I can get a job immediately. I'll look there and it will just happen on its own. Sometimes it just doesn't happen for you. And you need to be able to accept that, and you need to be able to do something about it and move on from it and not have a breakdown. But of course I had a breakdown because I had all kinds of expectations and I forgot about reality. I forgot about the possibility that it might not go the way I wanted it to, and it didn't. So I had a few weeks of just not knowing what the hell is gonna happen. What am I gonna do to get out of this situation? Am I gonna end up on the street? Am I gonna have to move back to my parents' house, far away from everything that I want? I was just so afraid that I would have to take so many steps back from everything that I just worked so hard to get. So time went on and I got more and more into this deep hole of just not being motivated at all, being the laziest bastard on this planet. Probably. I never really left the apartment. I had no reason to. I had no desire to. I didn't have any money, so I couldn't really travel anywhere. Like I couldn't really go into the city. I couldn't really go home that much. I couldn't buy a lot of stuff to keep me entertained. I couldn't, just so many limits, but it was mostly limits that I created for myself. I only saw my limitations. I didn't see my possibilities, the things that I could do. Thankfully, I have come to a realization of all of those things, and I have started to come into a better routine. I want to give you guys my advice now on a couple of the things that I did to drag myself out of that dark hole and into a more positive mindset. I guess you can call it a more positive attitude and a more happy day, I guess. The first thing that I did was decide I'm not gonna stay in the apartment the whole time. I feel my body slowly falling apart. I'm losing my muscles, I'm losing strength. This is not good. So I decided to go running. Just every once in a while, every day, every second day, just a small 10-minute, 20-minute run. It's good for my health, it's good for my mind because I get fresh air and I get re-energized. Another thing that I did was starting to come up with places that I could go that was near me, that wasn't like taking an expensive train ride into the city or going all the way home to my parents and spend time there. Where could I go in my neighborhood to do stuff? There's a mall 20 minutes away. It's a good walk to go there. There are many shops, things to look at. Just a nice place to walk around. There are other people, you get around other people again. You're not so isolated from the public. This has also been a great thing that has helped me out a lot. You can go to the library, you can go to the park, you can go to the grocery store. It doesn't really matter where you go. Just go anywhere where you can look at stuff, spend some time, get the feeling that you've done something with your day. Another tip is to definitely keep searching for jobs or keep working on the thing that you are working on to get. If you want to apply for a school soon and you need to do some work regarding that, then get that done. Keep working on it. Don't give up. Don't lose your faith that I won't get into that school anyway. It doesn't matter if I do the pre-work here. Do it anyway. Never lose hope. You owe yourself at least a chance to try. At least try. What else are you going to do with your day? And this is what I've learned. Even though I lost hope that I would ever hear from any of these applications that I sent out for jobs, I still did it because what would I lose to do it? I'm staying home anyway. If I send out jobs or not. If I don't, then I definitely don't get anything. If I do, then there is at least a chance. So I started to slowly apply for jobs again. Many jobs and just different jobs. I started to open my mind, which is also really important. Just opened my mind to any kind of job. I can't be specific here in the situation right now. I can't afford to only apply for my dream job. I am unemployed and poor. I need any chance that I can get right now. So accepting that and using that was the first step, of course. And now I've applied for a few jobs. I've been feeling a lot better about myself. I've been really happy and motivated, and I've started to do things around the house. I've finally cleaned up the apartment, starting to do the laundry and the dishes and cook food, spend time dancing around with music, just, regular things that I didn't do before because I was just too sad or too frustrated or I was just not motivated enough. And now I at least have some joy in my life again. And this is not because I got the job, it's because I made a change for my attitude. That is why I titled this video No Job, No Future. You cannot give up on your future, you cannot give up on yourself, and you cannot give up on all things good just because you're in a crappy situation. We all go through crap. Honestly, in each of our different ways, we all experience periods of our time where we want to give up, or where we think life is unfair to us, or where we don't get what we want, but maybe we will later, or maybe we get something else that we want. I mean, there is a way for everybody to be happy in this life, and it's all about how you view yourself and how you view the world. You can't see yourself as a victim in this world. Things don't come to you out of luck. You have to work to get things. You have to put it out there that you want this, and you don't have to take big steps. This is also an important advice that I want to share. You don't have to cross all of your boundaries to get back to your happy attitude. Start out slowly, and then it will eventually become easier and easier for you to do more and more things. One last thing I want to touch upon quickly is something that was really hard for me to accept when I was making this choice of quitting my job. And it is something that I really want to be careful with talking about, because this is like kind of a sore subject. It is the question of, do I need an education or not? Obviously, I quit my education now. With the apprenticeship that I quit my education. I don't know if I'll start it again, or if I'll just try to obtain a regular day job and just work my way up with building my experience and building my skills and learning that way. I really don't know. And I really don't think that I need to clarify anything. I definitely don't need to justify anything. My point is just that don't be so concerned about what society tells you to do, what your parents tell you to do, or what anyone tells you to do. Be concerned with what you feel is right for yourself. There is a way to live a life without education. There is a way to start from the bottom of a regular job and work your way up. There is a way that you can live a good life without an education, but there is also the life that is having an education and having been taught the skills to do a specific job. There are certain jobs that you probably need an education to get, because they are very specific in what they take from you. My point is just that there is not only one way of living life, which is, in my opinion, it's very often projected from the society that there is only one way to live life, and this is like the path that you need to take. You need to go through kindergarten, all the way up to 10th grade school. You need to go to high school, the gymnasium as we call it here, then take the university, and then you can get a job, and then you can live happily ever after and get married and have lots of kids, of course. There are many other ways of living life. It's just very important that we all know that, and that we don't judge each other from the way that we each choose to live our life. I think that's our own business. The only way that I would probably tell somebody anything about the way they live their life is if they were suppressing doing the things that make them happy, because this is really hurtful to your own self, and I don't think that's good for you. So this video is not to tell anyone what to do or to say that it's okay to quit your education or anything like that. It's just to say that this is what I've done, this is my story, and this is my advice on how you deal with it and how you can still be a happy person even if you're in a tough situation, or that you should be proud of yourself if you make a tough choice that you feel is right for yourself. To finish off this video and to finish off my story, like you're probably wondering, where are you now? What's going on now? Are you just gonna go back to bed? And what are you actually watching on Netflix? I'm not gonna go back to bed, and I'm done with Netflix. So status of the situation right now is that I actually have a few interviews planned. Just shows me that it paid off, the hard work that I did on the applications, and this is the first big step to get over. It's just the application process, but once I get an interview I usually do pretty good. So I'm pretty hopeful now, and the situation is good. I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling motivated, and I know that I have a good future in sight, and I think we all do if we just stay positive and keep our hopes up. I guess that's what I wanted to say about this subject today. If you have any advice of your own that you have learned through your life, or if you disagree with anything that I said, or if you have any constructive criticism, or if you have maybe another topic that you would like me to talk about in another NatChat, then please leave it below. I would love to hear your opinions below. I just don't want to sit here and just blabber about all kinds of crap like you don't even care about it or you have nothing to say about it. I would love that it was not only me who is talking, that we can share our thoughts in the comment section. So Please write me if you have anything to add to this video, or if this is total waste of time or actually helpful in any way. It's kind of like scary to put out my situation here because it isn't perfect, and usually what people put on YouTube is a perfectified reality, like they only share the good things that are happening, and I thought about doing that too, but I think it's more important to just be real. So yeah, this has been NatChat number 1. I know that there are many of you guys out there who are going through probably some tough times yourself, and I think it's important that we can support each other in that. I always have a friend here, just FYI. If you didn't know, if you felt alone, you can always come and talk to me. You can always write me a message and I'll try to help you the best I can write. With that said, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you very, very soon.